There's nothing quite as frustrating as a car that hesitates when you try to merge onto the highway, or a sudden drop in gas mileage that hits your wallet. If you are experiencing this along with the check engine light, you might be dealing with a P2539 trouble code. This code translates to low pressure fuel system sensor circuit. This is particularly common in European makes like Audi and Volkswagen, as well as some Ford models. Here is what is happening under the hood. Your car likely has two fuel pressure stages, a low pressure side from the tank and a high pressure side at the engine. The computer needs to know exactly how much pressure is coming up from the tank to adjust the fuel injectors perfectly. It gets this information from the low pressure fuel sensor, which is usually screwed right into the fuel rail or near the intake manifold. When the computer sees a signal from this sensor that disappears or goes out of range, it sets the P2539 code. It is essentially flying blind regarding fuel pressure. This is almost always an electrical issue. It could be the sensor itself, the wiring, or the connector. To fix this, you need to get your hands dirty. First, locate that sensor on the fuel rail. It is often in a hot, vibrating environment, which is terrible for electronics. Inspect the connector closely. Pull it off and look at the metal pins inside. Are they green and corroded? Is the plastic melted? If the connector looks bad, cleaning it with electrical contact cleaner or replacing the pigtail might solve your whole problem immediately. If the connection is clean, you need a digital multimeter. You are going to test the wiring. With the key on but the engine off, check the power wire at the connector. Depending on your car, you should see either 5 volts or 12 volts. If you have power, check the ground wire for continuity. Finally, you have to check the signal wire. If you have good power and a good ground going to the sensor, but the computer is still seeing an error, the sensor itself is likely dead internally. These sensors do fail over time. It is a relatively easy part to swap out, but make sure you relieve the fuel pressure before you unscrew anything, or you will have gas spraying all over a hot engine, which is a recipe for disaster. Once replaced, clear the code and your hesitation should be gone.